Hello, in this video, let me talk about how to edit the DNA with the Metahuman editing tool. First, let's open the Metahuman editing tool. Go to the Behaviors section. Then select the model or the facial bone. Click Load. It will load the DNA information. After loading it, let's take a look at this page. The upper part is the list of controllers. You can see that in 3D viewport when we select items in list. Then there are vehicle expressions below. These are all expressions of Metahuman. There are over 200 individual expressions. If we select correct, it will have over 800 compound expressions. Our main focus is on fixing these compound expressions. It can be done by editing the data in the DNA. And the right upper part is the bone list. You select any expression. The bones corresponding to the selected expression will be listed. And the last part is blend shapes. Each expression is a blend shape. Of course, compound expression corresponds to multiple blend shapes. We can also check Show Only PSD to blend shape. It will only show this. It will only show the unique compound blend shape, for example, when these three expressions are activated simultaneously. When you check on this, it will display this unique blend shape. Okay, let's choose an expression to try to modify. For example, as we usually say, the effect of closing eyes may not be perfect. Let's select this and have a look. The eyes are not completely closed. Then with GUIDE-XP, to find the expression that corresponds to this controller, click it. Then the lower part will also show. We'll have the corresponding expressions 10 and 14. You can see that number 10 is for closing the eyes. Let's select the closed eyes. Then we delete the DNA node. Then double-click this expression. We can switch to other one first. We can double-click on it. Then we can see that it triggers the current expression. So how do we fix this? Let's look at these corresponding bones. Then we select. For example, we select a bone. And then rotate it up. Here you can see that close eye expression is better now. Then, let me write the changes back to the DNA. We need to click on the closed eyes expression. Then we click on Update Expression. Now the expression is updated. And, click Save DNA. Saving will write this DNA information to the DNA file. Then click Create DNA Node. When the DNA node is created, we select its controller to close the eyes. You can see that the expression has been fixed. Now the closed eyes result is working. Now if we want to change its corresponding blend shapes. For example, sometimes the skin bone can't perfectly fix the expression. We can fix it with blend shapes. First we need to delete the DNA layer as same as previous. Only without DNA, the blend shape can be controlled. Similarly, we double-click on the expression. Then we double-click here. The blend shape page opens. Now, because of this expression corresponds to blend shapes on two models. Here we can only choose the head. Selecting the head, then scroll down, you can see the blend shape of the left eye blink is already activated. Now we can sculpt this expression. We select this model, then we go to this tool here. We are going to sculpt a little bit. For example, I'm going to make the brush smaller. Then I'm going to brush it a little bit. I'm going to make it a little more opened. Make it not to close as much now. Let's remember this current shape. Next, deactivate the editing mode and close it. Now create a DNA node. It will reconnect this expression back. When we do the closed eyes pose by controller, you can see it's the result we just modified. Now if we want to mirror this expression, For example, we change the left side, and we want to mirror it to the right side. It's easy. We select the left side, and we know its expressive left side. Click on Mirror Left to Right for this expression. Now it's successfully mirrored. Now the expression is mirrored. Of course, blend shapes can be mirrored in the same way. We choose this blend shape, then click on this PSD. Mirror it from left to right. Now it's done. You can see that the left and right are identical. Alright, this is the feature of update and fix the expression, and there are some other features here. Let's briefly demonstrate. For instance, let's do an open mouth expression. Similarly, let's find the expressions. It is the jaw open. First, delete the DNA node. Then, double-click to activate the open mouth expression. Now, if we want to change its bone position, for instance, we make this position more obvious. Let it protrude. Now, let's mirror it similarly. How do we mirror it from left to right? We just click Mirror Left to Right. You can see we select this bone. It will mirror our current bone. If you need to mirror multiple bones, just select multiple bones. Then you can update it. However, let's not modify this expression for now, and then, create the DNA it. Just leave it not change. And continue. There's another button below. It's Mirror All Expressions from Left to Right. Of course, we usually wouldn't use this, mirroring all expressions at once. Typically, we adjust one expression first, then mirror it to the left or right. It's the same here. It can mirror all component expressions in this list. So let's say we select this one. You can see it has a lot of expressions. It can mirror all expressions in this list. Of course, we usually do single mirror operations. Okay. Now let me talk about compound expressions in detail. Let's first find a compound expression. It's made up of several expressions combined together. For example, this one. Or this one. Let's go with this one. First, delete the DNA node. Hold on, let's create the DNA back. Let's first check which two expressions make up his current blend shape. We can do it like this. For example, let's say we want to change the expression that correspond to these two controllers. We can choose these two controllers, then search directly. You can see that it shows number 273 here. We can find 273. These two controllers match this expression. Okay, we can go ahead and fix this. We can enable this expression to have a look. Right now it's this expression result. Okay, let's click Delete DNA. A double-click number 273 shows us the same result. This result is identical to controller-driven. I've shown it. Then we can easily drag and modify it. For example, let's make it more obvious. You can see that it stands out now. Okay, now let's click on Update Expression. Then click on Save DNA. Now I click on Create. Let's trigger these two expressions by controllers. You can see that the expression was successfully modified. Now how do we mirror it? Mirroring compound expressions has some differences. For single expressions, can be mirrored directly here. But for compound expressions, there are some differences. We need to select both the left and right compound expressions, and then select Mirror from left to right. For example, select left first, and then right. We want to mirror from left to right, so first select left, then right-click, then select Mirror from left to right. It will ask you to mirror the expression from left to right, then click Yes. Alright, it's calculating now. Take a look at it. You can see it's an exact mirrored copy. This expression is good. This is how we mirror compound expressions. After completing this, next, let's talk about this feature. Here, we have a feature. There's a Reset All button here. Let's say after posing many expressions, we want to reset controllers. Just click this, it will reset all expressions. For instance, if I randomly adjust these, and I want to reset them all at once, I can just click here. It will reset all the expression controllers. Next, let's check another feature. Let's adjust the mouth open expression. For example, let's find mouth open. Let's delete its DNA, as usual, then double-click on mouth open. Then we feel the amplitude isn't big enough. We can adjust it directly here. Here, T and R correspond to translate and rotation. Translation and rotation. Usually, if we don't need translation, we can uncheck it. Then we can see the result. Now, only the rotation is working. Here, by default the range is from 0 to 1. Then, use 1 to 2 to extend it. Also, we can check the translate. Its translation will also be affected. But we don't need it in this situation. We just need rotation. Or maybe in some cases we just need translation. Like this, only translation is active. Then we can check this. Let's set it to a bigger value. So, this is an exaggerated expression result. Similarly, we click Update Expression. Then save it to DNA. Click Create. You can see the expression has been successfully modified. Alright. This concludes all the operations of editing DNA. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.